Hello and welcome to the Comikaze podcast. I'm your host, JP, and I'm joined by my co-host, it's Morgs, aka Morgan.
Hey, what's up?
And TJ.
Heyo.
Hey Morgan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 24-year-old from Sweden, and to do this podcast with TJ and JP, and we have been talking about this for weeks now, so I'm really excited. What about you, TJ?
Heyo. I am 24 years old. I am from South Africa. I just met these guys randomly.
We're complete strangers, yeah.
Yeah. We've actually never physically met each other, which is pretty cool.
Soon though, that's in the
Same
works.
time.
That's definitely in the
Yeah.
works.
We found her on Craigslist for a cheap price.
While we're talking about Morgan, I just wanted to give a shout out to his YouTube channel. It's Morgs on YouTube. He does great reaction videos to music videos and songs and that kind of stuff. He also does vlogs. So make sure you go and check him out and subscribe to him and give him some love. He creates great content. And I'm JP. I'm 16 years old. And I met these guys on Smule, actually, which is a karaoke singing app for mobile devices. And we met in a live jam, and we just started talking and became friends, and we started talking about making a podcast together, and it just kind of went from there. So I'm definitely excited to see where this thing goes, and how
Are we friends?
Are we friends? That is a good question.
Are we really though?
Are we really friends? I
I
don't know.
don't think so.
I don't have many friends.
I
So,
don't have any friends at all.
Same here.
I
Same here.
question the statement.
Are we really though?
We all have kind of like a love-hate relationship, honestly.
Yes.
Like, we
On a
lo-
regular- Like
What is
Josh-
love?
Josh would
What is
phone
love?
me and do these things of where he would phone and just be like, I hate you kind of vibe. And I'm like, but I'm just showing love. Like, what is going on, bruh?
Bruh.
Bruh.
That's why I feel so blessed to live in Sweden, so I don't have to see that ugly.
Who?
Wow,
Oh,
that
God.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt, Morgan. I'm actually hurt.
I just freaked that up with the mother here.
That's gonna be a bleep.
Yeah, just that
I don't
one.
even know what that was. Like his way of actually trying to
I am
explain what he
trying
said,
to
and it was
not-
like,
I am really trying to not to curse because that is in my natural environment.
yeah, no.
You're natural
Morgan's
Swedish.
a sailor. He's
Yeah.
a
That
sailor.
is part of my personality to swear. So
Your
He's a
Swedish
sailor.
personality.
God damn it.
So Comikaze is gonna be a general comedy podcast, and we're gonna have times where we're just gonna be talking like friends do, which I think we confirm we're not really. But we're also gonna have some times where we talk about some deep subjects, and also just covering internet drama and just some things that are going on currently whenever we record. So yeah.
Sorry, bruh.
Guys, I can smell my feet. It's really disturbing me.
Wait, what?
I can smell my feet. They're really disturbing.
On that
My-
note,
I'm, like,
also
sweating.
on that
Any
note,
of you out there are into feet, you can go to teach it.
No, that was disgusting. Let's not start saying. Smells sour.
no, we just did want to make a disclaimer that some of the topics we're going to be talking about may be controversial, or some may find it offensive, and we don't mean anything that we say in any offensive way. It's purely comedy, and if we do give our opinions, if we do give our like honest, genuine opinions on anything, just know that we don't mean it personally against anyone, and please don't take offense to it. We all have different opinions and different beliefs, such and such. So just want to make that disclaimer just to let everyone know, because I know we are going to get a lot of hate from this podcast because we are going to talk about a lot of stuff, but just know that it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
Make it personal, please.
Oh God. Why am I not so like surprised that it was Morgan to say something like that?
And how do you propose we do that?
Oh, God, please no, stop it. Just stop.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh God, no.
He hasn't started yet. Give the man a chance.
Oh, if that's the case, then what? I should give him some space. Should give him
That
some
too.
room to play with.
Well, I have space. I live in Sweden. That's enough for me.
Okay, then. I live in Sweden. I'm so cool.
Yeah, you're jealous, aren't you?
Jealous of what?
Leaving it,
Jealous of what?
jealous of
Because
living
we
in
don't
10
have
feet of
Trump.
snow every day.
We don't have Trump, so you know.
What could I be jealous
Okay,
of?
then.
I come from a beautiful country, bruh.
You don't live in a beautiful country. You live in the United States. So your opinion is
I'm not
irrelevant.
Wow.
American. Correction. I am not American. I am South African. That is my home. This is not my home. This is my current location. Difference.
Good.
Difference.
Well then.
You are making progress. We are almost proud of you.
So,
Shut up.
you basically just called America ugly.
No, I didn't say that. I
I was
just
talking to
said,
Morgan.
oh, thank you. Okay, I was about to say I didn't say that. I was just like, this is not my home.
It's not my home.
What?
I'm not associated with any of these people.
Issues.
I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, like JP is from the UK, so he is a foreigner as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you two are peasants.
Well, I mean, I have dual citizenship, so
Horrible word to use. Horrible.
we know you miss fish and chips, and the queen
oh
of England.
yes,
You
with some
made me
mushy,
smell coke
with some
down
mushy
my
peas. Yeah.
shirt. You made me
All right,
smell
mate.
coke down my shirt. Listening to that comment.
Christ.
So what are you guys' goals and hopes for this podcast as far as the success and how far it goes?
I almost said something really stupid, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
I would want this podcast to at least try to get to mainstream media. And then
Definitely.
I see.
Definitely.
See?
Mhm.
I have positive things to say too.
I didn't say anything. I was
It's
agreeing with you.
like, oh my god, he's gonna say something stupid. I'm gonna change my
I
tune."
never said anything. Why must you assume just because I'm the only woman on this podcast, you must bite my head off, bruh?
Because you hate me.
Are you assuming my gender?
I did not hate you. And I didn't assume your gender. I said only female. Only female. I stated my own gender,
I
bruh.
am a fish. Blub, blub.
But in saying that, you like assumed my gender by saying I'm a male because you said I'm the only female on this podcast.
Because that's what we currently know, don't we? All of our bloody social media says the same thing. 2 male,
Do
1
we?
female. What is? So please.
Do we really know if he's a male or a female? Do we?
Do you? That's the question.
I mean, I haven't tried it yet, so you know.
Whose idea was it? Whose idea was it to put 2 males, 1 female? That just sounds so wrong on so many levels.
We had this
Oh, Mika.
conversation. Wait, can I tell you the funniest part is, Morgan? Mister reads it, doesn't comment on it, posts it everywhere else, and he's content with it. And then it took one of the guys on Smule to be like, just out of curiosity, why did you put that on there? Only then does he be like, yeah, no, it was TJ's fault. She did it. And I'm like, but you posted it everywhere. Like, it was only on Twitter, something that no one was even following. He posted everywhere else. So,
I am innocent. Yay for me!
For a change. Don't get too happy though, Morgan.
Oh, I will.
let's not talk about you excited.
I'm so excited.
Your sentence expedited.
If Morgan sounds like he's on his deathbed, it's because it's like 1:30 in the morning for him, and he's tired. So that's that.
Yeah. We'll have to work on this
Definitely.
schedule.
And this pod.
I am really trying not to curse.
No, but that was a good
Fine.
cover up. That
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was-
cover up,
Yeah,
bro.
that was good. No, this podcast, we don't mean for it to be extremely professional. We know we're going to make mistakes, and it just honestly what makes us unique. And if you don't like our mistakes, then, you don't have to listen to our podcast. But we are going to make mistakes, and, we're learning, and just bear with
No
us.
one is perfect. No one is perfect.
Exactly. Just
So
bear
you
with us.
think that we are
We need
perfect
money.
and shame. What about money?
Please listen to our podcast. We need money. We are very poor.
Is-
I got no comeback for that.
me either, honestly.
Wow.
So, let's talk about a little bit of news. David Dobrik getting divorced.
I didn't even know he was married.
I honestly did not know either until I watched Drama Alert. I had no idea.
Like-
Quick. This is source from Drama Alert. So
Yes, shout out to
them.
Keemstar.
Like the last I heard about him, he had just broken up with Eliza, I think her name is.
Liza, yeah,
And
Liza Koshy.
their relationship was like awesome. And then the breakup happened and it was so depressing. And I was like, oh wow. And then I heard he's divorced and I was like, what? How?
Let me explain for the listeners that don't know what happened. Basically, he's good friends with, I can't remember the guy's name. Morgan, do you know the guy's name? But anyway, David married the mom of one of his best friends, and a lot of people thought, oh, it's just another fake YouTube marriage where they, filmed the wedding ceremony and kissed and put rings on and everything, but they didn't actually sign any papers. No, David Dobrik actually went the full length and signed all the legalities and all that, and they were officially married, and now he's signing for divorce, which is hilarious that he went through all that time and money just to get a divorce, but I guess he wanted to make it legit. But
Or
I'm still confused.
is
Like,
it?
my
It's
brain
okay.
is just like,
It was an
why?
extremely weird situation. It was mainly for a joke. It was a joke that he married his best friend's mom, basically.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what? Hold up a
Hold
second.
up, that's illegal. Yes, but still,
Hmm.
that's weird.
Yeah, it was
I
Took me by surprise.
JP, can you see yourself marry?
what was that?
You see yourself marry TJ's mother
Totally.
without being there? Okay, cool.
No, why?
I mean, you are assumed allegedly the only woman in this podcast.
Why did you say it like that? Why?
Whammon.
Women, like you made it sound. Wow.
That's
You might be
misogynistic, bro.
offended. Might be offended. That's why I said allegedly, because I don't know.
Allegedly. Okay.
Women. That's all that's gonna go through my head now. Isn't his name Jason Nash?
Jason Nash, that's his name, right?
That's his
Thank
best
you.
friend's.
I probably should have done my research, but Jason Nash,
Yeah.
yep.
I was like
Jason
trying to
Bourne.
remember. I remember it was either like I remember the surname's Nash because her name is Lorraine, I think.
Lorraine Nash.
Lorraine Nash.
Lorraine,
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and David Dobrik married Mrs. Nash.
I still find that so hilarious, bro. Like I'm still trying to process it. It's like you went from hot to not hot. Like in a second.
When we're
I mean,
actually
it's-
at the top.
As far as it being legally, it being legal, I mean, it was legal. They were both over the age of 18 and all that. But as far as morally, I think it's up to the person. And I think the only reason it comes as a surprise is just because it's not really like orthodox for. I don't know how old David Dobrik is, but I'm guessing he's around 30 something. Marrying I don't know how old she is, but probably at least 15 years older than him or something like that. 20 years older than him.
Yeah, probably. David's only 22.
Oh. Okay then. Yeah, I definitely should have done my research.
You know, I'm just like Googling as we're talking now, just to
Yeah,
like
same.
double
But
check.
I'm not googling on this. I'm googling on the next
The
like
next
news.
topic, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just double checking. I was like,
Hmm.
let me just double check this ish.
But I think that's the only reason it comes by surprise,
Wait,
you know?
so they were only married for a month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, wow. He went on for a whole month. He's wow.
He is a alpha male, my legend, my role model. Marriage. That's a surprise. I wouldn't last 1 week, so you know, fair play.
But hold up, Jason. How old is Jason? Jason
Jason.
Nash. Because
Are
I'm
you
saying
old?
Nash at the same time
Jason
in my head. So
Nash.
like Jason Nash.
You are old. Shish. Continue, please.
What about him?
Okay, hold up. So Jason Nash is actually 46 years old.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. His best
See.
friend is 46 years old, and David is only 22. So if we have to do the maths, she's probably about 60 something.
Probably. That's what I was guessing.
Because I'm
Yeah.
assuming that there was like she was like 20 something. I'm just assuming it's not like it's a fact. Because it doesn't, like, no one's able to tell her age. No one's actually given out her age. So, wow. That's like a 40-year gap between you and your wife, now ex-wife.
It is
Wow.
40. She would die 40 years earlier than you, so.
But are you looking at all the money you're gonna make off her?
What? No, I would not. No, I love her so much. I don't care about the money.
You know, I can't tell when you have a sarcasm, like a sarcastic voice.
That was
talking
a
to me.
massive sarcasm.
Yeah, it's like my English is just out the window right now.
For England.
Your England is
England.
amazing right now.
I took a flight.
Next flight to England.
Yeah.
And yes, that was.
So moving on with some more news, Dr. Disrespect getting banned for Twitch and supposedly, possibly facing up to 5 years in prison. Well then.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Because when I watched Drama Alert, it was his cameraman who continued to record Dr. Disrespect in the restroom.
Yeah, but it's questionable
To stay
whether
out.
Dr. Disrespect is actually going to be the one that's going to be charged or the cameraman. Because, as Morgan's saying now, he did actually tell the cameraman to kind of stop and wait up before coming into the bathroom. And he didn't. So it could be actually the cameraman that could be charged.
Right.
Yeah, and it would be fair if the cameraman went to jail because he didn't follow orders from the doc.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
It was
Now-
his job to film.
The severity of the case comes into play that there was a minor in the bathroom where the cameraman was filming. My question is, why was the cameraman following Doc into the bathroom in the first place? That's just,
yeah,
I don't know what that was about.
it is kind of weird. It is.
It's extremely weird. But that's where the severity of the case came from, was that there was a minor present in the bathroom that was filmed. So that's why it was such a serious case.
Yeah, but it is a restroom. For God's sakes, there would be all types of people.
That would be
kids.
any restroom, in all honesty. It's like you walking
Still.
into the subway and thinking that there wouldn't be someone in the bathroom there. There's bound to be any age. And the thing is
Yeah.
that, the funny part is that it might have not been a minor. It could have actually been just someone that looks young. But
Like me.
yeah, it's one of those scenarios where you end up with a case that actually goes bad, all because of someone being stupid, such as the camera person.
But still, like the cameraman, why would he even follow Dr. Disrespect into the bathroom? Like, that itself is kind of weird.
It is weird, and also whenever Doc told him to back off and, stop recording, and he didn't, it's just an extremely weird situation. I just need some more context and more answers. You know.
I also don't get that because I'm just like, if you are my camera person or camera guy constantly, I'm sure you would understand if I'm saying no, stop, you would stop. So I'm a little confused there as well. It's just, it's questionable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions that are sitting out there, and we're just like, can someone give us an answer?
I wonder how long Dr. Disrespect will be banned from Twitch.
I'm guessing until whatever lawsuit or investigation is finished. Because I guess since there was a violation of, assuming California law, that there was also, a minor involved and everything, so there'll probably be a full-on investigation. His footage will be, confiscated, probably along with his camera.
In California State, 647 Section G. Now I have a moth in my room, so if you hear something pop up, it is just me.
Oh god. Oh, I was about to say, how big is this moth that it's gonna make a noise on the mic? Sorry, blunt moment.
I had 2 in my room before because I have my window open because it is literally a hot box in my room if I have it closed. So
I think this is it. I don't know. The story just doesn't make sense.
It does not. It really does not. According to Google, the cameraman recorded Doc walking into a bathroom and streamed Doc urinating into a urinal. Clips would show him re-entering the bathroom 2 more times. Okay, that's why did he go in the bathroom 2 more times? And also, why? It makes no sense to me whatsoever why the cameraman would follow him into the bathroom like that.
Yeah, well,
isn't this guy
the next couple of days, I think we're gonna have to keep our ears to the ground on this story because I'm sure there's going to be a release of something a little bit more explaining in depth what has happened.
Definitely. See, if there was no minor filmed in that bathroom, he was punishable by up to 6 months in jail or a maximum fine of $1,000. But there was a minor in one of the shots inside the bathroom, so it's possible that he may be facing up to a year in county jail and or a maximum fine of $2,000.
Yeah.
It's still messed up.
It is.
You know what makes it worse is the fact that he's just messed up for himself in general. Even if he comes back, I don't think. I'm reading some people's comments about the actual footage. They are not happy at all. They're just if this was my kid that was in that bathroom and someone was streaming it, blah, 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 blah. So people are losing their minds.
If he was not reinstated on Twitch, or if he did have to go to prison, I would honestly feel so bad for Doc, because as far as we know now, we don't really know a lot of information. So I'm just stating on as far as what we know now. It doesn't seem like it was Doc's fault. It didn't seem like he instructed the cameraman to follow him, and he did make it clear that he wanted him to, stop recording or back off and wait for him. But the cameraman was insistent on following him and filming him for whatever reason, for whatever intent the cameraman had. So I would feel terrible for Doc, and I feel terrible for all the hate he's getting, but I guess we're just going to have to wait till more details unfold.
I feel that's going to be the hardest one yet. That's going to be the hardest one to swallow for him, is because he's probably going to lose a lot of his fan base because of this whole incident.
Doc's gone through a lot. I mean, with his incident of, cheating on his wife. He's had his house shot at, his family shot at. He's had a lot of drama during his streaming career. So this is just going to add to that. So I really feel bad for him. But we'll just have to wait and see, more details to emerge on that.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, why don't you tell us what your hopes are for this podcast? Because
it's
your baby. This was your idea. You brought us all together at the end of the day. So I think it would be a good idea for you to actually let us in on what your thoughts and your plans are.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Comikaze.
It was really interesting because I was talking to a friend about it, and they were like, you should start thinking about doing a podcast. And I was like, hey, that's actually a really good idea. And then I met Morgan, and And I just kind of clicked with him when we clicked and we started talking. I was like, hey, are you interested in starting a podcast? And he was like, hey, that's actually a dope idea. I was like, yeah, for real. And we started talking about it. We started making plans. We even started talking about like naming the podcast and all that kind of stuff. And then I met TJ, and I introduced Morgan to TJ, and vice versa. And we just all kind of clicked as a group. And then one day I was watching a YouTube video, and they said the word kamikaze, well, the traditional spelling of the word kamikaze, and I thought, why don't we change it to C-O-M-I, K-A-Z-E, like comedy, but kamikaze, and it just looked dope when I wrote it down, so I was like, that kind of fits. But from the very beginning, I obviously, I think our podcast is going to go far. I think once we get a boost and once we get some, listeners, it's really going to catch on, and like Morgan said, I just hope we get some media exposure, and obviously there's going to be people that are going to surpass us probably, but I just hope to have a balanced show that people enjoy, and also not too big where we can handle it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's
I have
nice to hear it.
literally been
What?
staring at this nothing for 2 minutes now.
Morgan is just zoning out. Morgan is literally just zoning out.
Morgan's ready to sleep.
I mean, god damn it. Now,
So I think that's a good spot to end this first episode. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad both of you were able to come out and record with us today. And thank you everyone who listened to this first episode, and hope to see you again in the future.
See you in
yeah,
the
have a
future.
good
We'll see
day
you
or
next
night.
week.
Yeah, next week, but still the future.
I love how you said that. The future, like it's like
It's
months
the
from
future.
now.
We'll see you in the future.
Yeah, and be like, and have a good day or night whenever you're listening on this.
Whenever you're listening to this, have a good day, night, morning, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Sleep tight if you're listening to this to fall asleep. If you're driving, please don't crash. Thank you for listening. Peace out.